Hey Grace Posse, welcome back to the Daily Devotion. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be doing the introduction to more parables of Jesus. As we discovered in the last 5 readings, Jesus used parables all the time in his teaching ministry. He'd tell an interesting story and use it to communicate an important and sometimes threatening truth to its listeners. In our next 5 readings, we'll cover another set of parables based on 2 topics. The first is perhaps the greatest theme that emerges from Jesus' parables, the kingdom of heaven. We've already established the basic definition of the mysterious phrase, God's rule on earth, as we've seen in chapter 41. But that sounds too much like the quote from a theology book. We'll understand it much better when we read the stories that Jesus told. When you do, you'll notice that Jesus never said the kingdom of heaven is exactly this, period. Instead, he said the kingdom of heaven is like. And then he connected it to a good short story. That's because there's so much to understand. Each of the 10 parables about the kingdom of heaven, some are very short and we'll read several at a time, gives us a different insight into this major theme. At the end, you'll need to piece everything together. And it's like assembling a jigsaw puzzle. After a while, you begin to see the full picture. The second topic in this section is actually a variation of the parable teaching method. John called it a figure of speech in John 10:6. Instead of telling a full-blown story with a plot and a punchline, Jesus pointed his listeners to familiar objects: a shepherd, a flock of sheep, a gate, a vine, such branches, a gardener, and used the analogy to explain deep truths. It's like, whether it's a story or a figure of speech, there's a lot to learn from the parables of Jesus. So let's get back to it. I'll see you tomorrow.